or not? Was that a refundable? Did you get a refundable ticket? So I need you to put some value, because if you put 120% value in it, 120% meaning in it, and get 120% accountability on it, every single goal you write down is going to happen. Good. So number one, listen to me. Don't write this down. It's not a principle. Listen quickly. I'll give you the first principle. Number one, this is not the principle. It's going to be a dogfight. I would love to tell you that on the road to success, everything is going to work out. It's not. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. For those of you watching my videos, on the road to success, I lost 5 aunts to cancer. It's a dogfight. In the midst of my business, I lost aunts. I had to go to funerals. We had to get on a plane. We had to drive. We had aunts that are close to my age who died, who didn't have insurance. We had to raise money. A dogfight. I had cousins shot in stores, execution style, shot back in the head twice. It's a dogfight. Like, you don't see that on YouTube. You don't see that on my TGIF. It's a dogfight. My wife, 3 years ago, 7 legions fought on the brain. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dogfight. The road hadn't been success. Like, it's just a paved road. And like E.T. go this way, it's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dogfight.
When you first heard about creative finance, did you think it was a scam?
Yeah.
Be real.
Yeah.
You did?
It sounded too good to be true.
Sounded too good to be true. So the same thing for me, guys. 11 years later.
And so if you're ready to quit, then don't get started. If you're ready to quit, don't get started. If you're looking for this easy path, don't get started. If you think they're not going to close the door on you and say no 1,000,000 times, don't get started. But every time they close the door, I just get excited. Why? Because I am not a no. I'm 1 yes away. I'm 1 yes away. You can't keep telling me no forever. You can't keep denying me forever. This type of energy, this type of passion, you can't stop it. You can contain it for a while, but you cannot stop. This is life. And you can't defeat me. There is not. You don't have enough power. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough strength to stop this. Contain it for a year, you might. 2 years, you might. You do not have hate, does not have enough energy to destroy love. You cannot destroy this. And so I'm telling you today, it's going to be a dogfight. And the sooner you realize it's going to be a dogfight. Okay, so let me just say this to you. So in America, right, and I'm sure it's the same thing here, but they're in our armed forces. Let's just pick one, the Navy, for instance. We just pick the Navy. Right? Well, let me tell you guys, this is good. Listen to me very closely. The first thing they teach you, somebody over here, help me out. You're in the Navy, right? They're teaching you war, right? What's the first thing they teach you? Boot camp. The very first, somebody tell me over here, they take a wild guess. What's the first thing they teach soldiers? Good, courage, okay. This side. Discipline. So give me something practical. What's the first practical thing that they would teach you? Say it again. Defending yourself. Somebody over here. How to swim. Listen very closely. The first thing they teach you, the very first thing they teach you, is how to respond when you have a jam gun. And number 2, how to carry your dead body. That's the first thing they teach you. They don't teach you how to defend yourself. They don't teach you how to swim. The first thing they teach you is when your gun is jammed. The first thing they teach you is dead body, how to carry a dead body. And somebody tell me, why would they start you there? That's the worst case scenario. That's what you're not prepared for. That's what you're not thinking. You're not thinking when you go out there to defend yourself that your gun is going to jam. You're not thinking when you go out there that your boy going to get killed and you got to drag. You're not thinking that. So listen to me. It's not hardships that hurt us. It's not my cousin getting shot twice. It's not my cousin spending 50 years in jail. It's not my eyes dying of cancer. It's not my wife being diagnosed with several lesions on her brain that will break you. What will break most people that you didn't prepare for that? So when you put all your little goals and all your little dreams together, it's not the thing that broke you that broke you. It was you never even thought about the fact that you could be broken. You never prepared. You never prepared for worst case scenario. And the reason why E.T. is standing here is I'm prepared for it. If you know anything about me, I still lay on floors. I still eat chips off the floor. I still do some stuff that to most people is crazy. Like, E.T., why would you do that? Because I'm always prepared that we may not live in that house one day. One day something might happen, and we might have to go back to that. And if I have to go back to that, it's not going to break me. And so I present to you a diamond. Most women love them. And most men spend a lot of money on them. I'm going to say it again. Most women love them. And most guys have to work a long time to be able to get a nice one. The thing we covet the most, for a diamond to be produced, it must first go through extreme heat. Extreme heat. Extreme pressure. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure. Extreme heat. And if that wasn't enough, what makes a diamond is the cuts. So you are put through, if you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. After you go through all the pressure you thought you could not handle, and you think it's over, then they turn on the heat. Of all the stuff I've gone through in my life, eating out trash cans, sleeping in abandoned buildings. The worst thing that ever happened is when I went to the hospital and they told me my wife had a chronic illness and she might not be able to walk one day. People say, E.T., ask CJ, it never broke me. Why? Because I've been broken so much. I've been defeated so much. I've been disappointed so much in my life. But I know what it feels like and I can handle it. It didn't happen to me at 19. It didn't happen to me at 20. It didn't happen to me at 30. It happened to me at 40. After I had been through all the pressure I thought I could go through. Life said, you finished with all the pressure? I said, yeah. They said, let me bring on the heat. And then when I went through the pressure and the heat, y'all, I thought it was over. The Creator said, now you ready to get cut? You said you wanted to be great, son. You said you wanted to travel the world. You said you wanted to help people, inspire people. You gotta be a diamond. But listen to me very closely if you've ever studied the diamond. Once it goes through that type of pressure and it finally becomes a diamond, at that point you can't break it no more. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Once you get to that point, you cannot be broken anymore. And the only way they can tell if a diamond is a diamond or if it's fake is by applying pressure is how they tell. They'll just look at it. You think you just look at the thing like I looked in the thing. They'll just bring it here, put it on some glass. Okay, it's real. So I'm being honest with you. I'm not giving you the 7 principles to. I'm trying to tell you the very first thing I want to tell you before we go through the principles. They say it's going to be a dog fight. And if you saw, this ain't the, you want to get out now. This is where you're like, I quit. But if you're willing to say, I'm not going to quit, I guarantee whatever success you want to have, you're going to have it. All right, so here's number 1. I apologize. It took a long time to get to number 1. Number one, Denzel Washington. You must be very intentional and deliberate. You must be very intentional and deliberate. The stuff that you wrote down on that piece of paper is not going to happen by osmosis. You're not going to wake up one day and find a law degree. You're not just going to walk out of your house. Oh, here it is with my name on it. I'm a doctor now. It suddenly appears. It's not going to work like that. If you're married, it's not going to. If you're married, I promise you, I've been married over 26 years. If you're going to have a good relationship, you're going to have to work for it. If you have a business, you're going to have to work for it. If you have a healthy relationship with your children, and I've made up in my mind that nothing's going to stop us from having a daily relationship. I will do whatever it takes, make whatever adjustments I need to make. So it's going to be a dogfight, but I'm telling you from personal experience, you don't have to start with anything. I'm a living example. You don't have to have anything to get started, not even a daddy. No, I'm being real with you. Not a bank account, not a name, not a camera. We didn't have a camera when we first started. Not even business cards. We still don't have business cards. You say, how are you so successful without business card? I don't know. We just say, here, take our number down. If you're serious, just here. Here's my number. Call me. So number one, you need to be very intentional. I'm going to give you 3, 4 things. I'm letting you go. The first one is you need to be very intentional and deliberate. And what I mean by very intentional and deliberate is, please, you have to hear this. I believe in rugby that both teams are professionals. Correct? Listen to me. Both teams are professional. Both guys have, started young and they all have, physically able to play the game. But what happens is you have one team that's good in spurts. You have another team that's dominant. Come on, hear what I'm telling you. When I say I need you to be intentional and deliberate, here's that. I want to paint the picture. You have one team that has the ability to score. They have the ability to do well. They have the ability to score on the opponent. What their challenge is that they can't do it. They can't sustain it. The teams that are dominant, all black, dominant, because they can do it from beginning to end. Right? Listen to me. And they can do it team after team after team. Right? They can do it over and over and over. And they dominate because they put pressure on you from the time you start to the very end. Like, even when they're out, they continue to dominate. And your problem is you're not intentional and deliberate. You wake up on Monday and you might be strong, but by Wednesday, somebody told me, E.T., it's Wednesday, it's hump day. I thought every day was hump day. It's hump day. I thought Sunday was hump day. I thought Sunday is where you really get started. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You're not intentional and deliberate. You are hoping that the best is going to happen to you, and the best never happens to you. Listen to me very closely. As a Christian, I remember going to God and crying out and saying, I'm doing all the right stuff. I'm doing all the right stuff. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm finding folks wilding, and I'm finding a way to get their wallet back. I'm not disrespecting females. Like, I'm trying to do all the right stuff. Why am I broke? And God said, being a good person, son, had nothing to do with making money. That's absolutely, you're a good person, and you're going to be rewarded for that. Ask CJ, I can lose my computer, and somebody's going to send it back to me. I lose stuff all the time. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to lose people, but I'll lose stuff. It's like it's not that deep. Listen to me. I'll leave money, and I'll leave money, not even in a wallet, just money sitting there. And I'll come back, and somebody says, did you lose some money? I'm like, it didn't have my name on it. Like, I'm being honest. The Beats by Dre, I left them on the plane the other day, did some work, came back. I just randomly walked up to 48, exit gate 48, randomly just walked up and said, I lost some headphones. And he said, oh, they black with red? I said, yeah. He said, I think that they're down in the security. I'm like, security? That's 2 miles from here. I got to catch a plane in another 15 minutes. He said, oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? I said, Airtown. He said, oh, they're right here. We're talking about in Los Angeles, California. I randomly walk up to a gate, and this guy just happens to have my... So God said to me, good stuff is always going to happen because you're doing good stuff. Money's not going to come to you because you're not doing money stuff. Come on, you got to hear what I'm telling you. He said you got to be intentional and deliberate about money stuff. You got to create a product that people need, and you got to give it to them regularly. Like, thank God on Monday for the last 8 years, you just got to keep giving into it. And the first year, nothing. The second year, nothing. The third year, a little something. The fourth year, a little bit more. By the fifth year, boom, you're a household name. You got to be intentional and deliberate, whether you're making money or not making money. You got to decide that you're going to do something, and you got to do it every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. The problem with some of you in this room, you're not intentional and deliberate. You're a good person that just hopes the good stuff is going to happen to you. So you need to be on Facebook, because Facebook, they're not just good people. They do the analytics and tell you who's watching your stuff and who's not watching. They give you the numbers. Hear what I'm saying? If you are intentional and deliberate. So I wake up every single day. See, I don't care what country I'm in. I don't care how long we've been on the flight. I don't care what our schedule is. What time do I wake up every day, see? Okay, when we were in Poland, what time did I wake up? Okay, what about England? What about Australia? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm intentional and deliberate. I don't care what time zone we are. I just sent my family the time. I'm in New Zealand. I'm looking at what time it is at home and said yesterday. I said yesterday. I like this. I need to be a bad man. I said it's yesterday. Negative 18 hours. And I'm still getting up at the exact same time. CJ, did we work out since we've been here? We just finished working out. How long did I run on the treadmill? There's nothing changes.
Josh, did you just get your first deal, bro?
Yeah, it was a Gator Method deal.
Was it a fix and flip?
Nope.
Wholesale?
Nothing changes, God. I'm very intentional. And some of you could be so, you'd be so much better if you just didn't leave things to change. Eric, what are you saying? I thought you were a man of faith. I am. Faith without works is dead. They kind of go together. Faith works. Now, one of them by themselves don't work magically. You can't work your way to it. You can't fake your way to it. It's a beautiful blend of faith. I believe the plane is going to land in Australia. But I still got to get on. No faith. I believe that people are going to show up. Like we're taking a chance. We don't know if people are going to register and come. We're here. We're in Melbourne. We're in Brisbane. We're in Perth. We're in Sydney. We don't know that people are going. I brought my wife. If I crash with my wife, that's it for our leg. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? So faith is great. We believe we're going to get here. We believe things are going to work out. But I still got to get on the plane. I still got to land. I still got to work out. I still got to do TGI. We still got to do podcasts. Like nothing changes because I'm in a different country and I'm in today or tomorrow. I'm literally in tomorrow right now. You just write this down. How can you be more intentional in the living about your life? And when you get home, you're going to answer the question. All right? 2 more things. I'm going to let you guys get out of there. I promise. I need you to be intentional and deliberate. Do we do the podcast at a different time every week? Same time. Do we do Thank God It's Monday on Wednesday? Do I do as a preacher, do I have my services on Thursday? Come on, Father, I'm not trying to make you think this. I'm make this as simple as I can. When you leave this game, you don't want to hold it for 50 scriptures trying to figure it out. Denzel walked in and said, 16 seconds. That's what number 2. He was aware. I was aware. Some of you are making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you're going to have a heightened sense of awareness. When you walk in the room, before he moved, he studied. And many of you in this room, you are moving and then studying. And you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over. Come on, hear what I'm telling you. Making the same mistakes over and over and over. And I remember crying. Why are these guys, motivational speakers, traveling all over the world, and I don't get to travel all over the world? I'm trying to do right by people. I'm speaking all over the world. What's going on? And as I did my homework, I said, oh, Eric, you're doing something wrong. You are motivating, and they're empowering. You're just telling your story, but you're not making a connection between their life and your story. There are no principles. You're not principle driven. There's not enough content in that. I didn't cry or complain. I just looked at my life and said, E.T., you need to make some adjustments. But that only happens when you have a heightened sense of awareness. So do me a favor. At least an hour your day of every day, you need to be reflecting on what you're doing good and what you're not doing good. Now, we can break that up if you want to. If you want to break that up into 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes for lunch, 20 minutes at night, you want to do a half hour in the morning, a half hour at night, I don't care. I just don't want you to make the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again and call it life. I don't want you to keep doing dumb stuff and say, my life is miserable. No, your life is not miserable. Your reflection time is miserable. Your ability to edit, to make adjustments, to make corrections is messed up.
And busted. And 14. And the dealer wins this one. Bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. And 17. And 9. Another.
This gonna seem weird, but I promise y'all I know what I'm doing. It's gonna seem weird, but I know what I'm doing, okay? I'm old. I know what I'm doing, all right? So put your age in there. Now what I want you to put down is how old you want to be when you leave this earth.
Get those bets in.
Now hey, I don't care what religion, but politics. One thing we all know, we ain't gonna be here forever. There's one thing I can guarantee y'all: you won't be living like you won't be here 150 years from now. I can guarantee you that. You won't be 150. You won't be here. So the real question is, how old are you?
Would you like another card?
And how long you want to be on this earth, right? Because here's why this is why this is important. Because if you know you're not going to be here forever, then you're going to treat how long you're going to be here differently. So what happens sometimes when you're young, you think you're going to be young forever. I feel you. I used to be there. I woke up this morning, I was 51 years old. I was like, man, I'm 51. My grandma, I went to go see my grandma, she's 91. I was like, man, I remember my grandma was in her 40s. My grandma 91. Now listen to me very closely. I'm not the don't say no to drugs dude, right? You make whatever decision you want. You do whatever you want to do. I'm here to tell you though that you're not going to live forever. And so you have to decide then, if you're not going to be here forever, what are your 20s going to look like? What are your 30s going to look like? What are your 40s going to look like? Now I'm from Chicago originally, grew up in Detroit. 90% of my boys are not living the way I'm living. They ain't no different than me. But as a matter of fact, Bob should gonna be speaking to y'all right now, not me. Bob was the one that got me off the streets of Detroit. I was homeless. Like for real, for real. I love rappers, because rappers be in the studio doing that stuff. I love it. Like making up stuff. I was homeless, like in abandoned buildings homeless. Eating out of trash cans homeless. Bob took me off the streets, brought me to church. I gave my life to Christ. That pastor helped me to get my GED. Then they sent me to college. Took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree because I played in school. I was in college, couldn't hardly read or write. But Bob should be here right now. But Bob is not here because me and Bob, at 20, we started making different decisions. So here's what I want to tell you. I don't care what you say you want to do, what you want to do. And here's the crazy part about y'all age. Man, I'm so proud of y'all. Like, y'all are 1%ers. But the crazy part about it is, just because you got here don't mean your 30's going to look like this. And your 40's going to look like this. I mean, I wish if you played in the NFL, I wish that whatever your best day was, your best year was, you could just like capture that and that'd be the rest of your life. But unfortunately, a lot of dudes made a lot of money broke. Now, I'm just saying empty handed. That's my dude. $30 million wasted it. How you lose $30 million in 1 year? Easy. You got the same mentality. Like you hanging out with your homies and you trying to do right by your homies, but your homies eating up stuff, doing stuff, and now you broke, and now you can't. Here's the crazy part about it. Most of the people who lost $30 million in 1 year, you don't get another year to make another 30 mil. Like, bro, wouldn't it be sweet if you had 30 and you wasted it, and then you get a second shot and you get another 30? But for most people, that won't happen. So I'm not here to tell you anything to do. Whether you want your life to look like.
The Target is one of the founding
Maybe
members
you
of that
probably
phone
get started
company,
about it. The cool thing about it, you got a phenomenal start. Right? So I'm going to walk through the start real quick. I'm deep, right? I'm deep because I speak for a living. I'm deep, y'all. Speak for a living. So what does that mean? Just go here on.
And he went off the
Not
real
something that
fucking fast.
at 70,
All
he
sorts
can
of
continue to do
nasty
this.
shit.
At 80,
And I
he
mean
can continue to do
nasty
this. The
shit.
problem with
And the
football,
company
you
fucking
can't do this at
But now
50.
they got a chance of a new
You
relaunch to
can't
turn
play
it
the game
all
with 50.
around.
I
But
don't care
here's
how
where
deep
we
you are.
come in.
The best of the
His
best, I
co-founder
felt
still
like
clean
the
as
best
they
of the
come.
best was MJ.
But he can't do
And MJ
shit while
had
this
retired.
degenerate
As a
fuck
matter of
has the
fact, when
reign.
MJ
So
was
we
at the
gonna
Wizards,
for
he
him
knew
to have
not
a
to
little
play MJ.
accident.
He was just doing
father
that. He
takes
was trying to
over,
own the
and
team
then the
so
stock
he could
price
make
is
some money in
bigger,
basketball.
which means our
Well, I'm
clients
telling
gonna
you,
make
this
big
ain't
fucking pay,
forever.
and we get paid.
And when you
We
doing
got the
something
target
that
at the
don't last
hotel with a
forever,
nasty
you
ass
gotta treat it
prostitute right
differently.
now. Or put
This
his
don't
ass out
last
of
for
his
20.
misery.
This don't last for 30. This might not even last for 10 for some of you. But you gotta take full advantage of every single Sunday. And you only get 16. Oh, I'm sorry, they added. If they added one, I apologize. I'm old school, like Billy Phil. Old school. We're 16. So, write down for me real quick. And you know, maybe you're not going to answer this right now. But what do I want to be doing in my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, my 60s? And what you do today, every day when you walk in this joint, what you do today is going to determine how you live at 30, at 40, at 50, at 60. Y'all got a head start, man. Woo! My mom had to work at 4. She got pregnant with me at 17 years old. Mom had to work at 4 for 30 years. And she probably ain't make what some of y'all gonna make in 2 or 3 years in 30 years. So I'm proud of you. Whatever you had to do in high school, whatever you had to do in college, you did what you had to do and you got to this level. All I'm asking you is set the standard. Set the standard, right? Set the standard. I'm not, listen to me. You a grown man. I would dare tell you to set the standard. What's that one though? Set a standard. Jamal, we just left. Dubai. They said, man, if you haven't been there, go. They set the standard, y'all. Like any place, let me tell you what I hate about Dubai. This is my second chance going. What I hate about Dubai is coming back to America. You go to Dubai and you come to the Four Seasons garbage. The Four Seasons look like doggone Holiday Inn Express. They got the 6 tallest buildings there. Everything they do, like they pick you up in the 740. The taxi cab driver is picking you up in the 745 LI. That's like over there, like the Lamborghini. My boy was like, he from Detroit. My boy was like, I wanna drive in a Lamborghini. My boy that brought me was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, I want a rent one. He ain't got a rent one. I got one outside. He said, but then I went to Ferrari. He said, well, my wife got that one. I'm gonna pick that one up and bring it back for you since you drive that one. My boy's on the D, like he's driving around London. He can't believe it. He on the island. The standing over there, everything is big. The Louis over there, I will eat up all. It's unbelievable. One dude went over there and built the tallest building, and then now that was the standard. What's your standard? I don't care what it is. But what is your standard? I got some standards. I've been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and praying to God since I was 19 years old. That's a non-negotiable. Every morning at 3, I'm up. I'm the best in the world as a speaker, not because I'm the best, but I'm the best because every day I put God first. That's my standard. I don't care if I'm in Dubai 3 o'clock. I don't care if I'm in Cali 3 o'clock. I don't care if I'm down south 3 o'clock. That's my standard. I've been married 31 years. I've only had sex with one woman my entire life. That's my standard. I'm not telling nobody else to do that, but my old dude wasn't in my life. So he was running around having sex with everybody. I got siblings I don't even know. I just met my niece for the first time. She's 24 years old. So I'm like, I'm not doing what my dad did. My dad a high school dropout. I went and got my GED, then I got my 4-year degree, then I got my master's degree, then I got my PhD. And I ain't smart, but I set a standard so when my kids came in this world, their mama got a master's, their daddy got a PhD, they at least got to finish high school. I set a standard. Multi-millionaire as a speaker from the bottom up. I set a standard. I'm telling you, set a standard. Set a standard. You can't be no champion if you don't have a standard. And let me tell you something. The men who set a standard are always the ones who are champions.
Hey, what's going on?
Smoke a day in my life. All my boys smoke weed.
I can do it briefly.
Boys, I love them to life. I ain't tripping if they smoke. I just set a standard. My daddy was struggling with crack for 14 years. My uncle's died of cirrhosis of the liver. I'm good on alcohol. I'm good on drugs. Why? It don't look like my family know how to handle it. I ain't mad at my boy Bob. He seemed like he knew how to do it and get him to go to work. He went to school. He's supposed to read on his way to school. Still doing good on tests. But I had to set a personal standard that we're not doing that. Somebody hit me up there, E, what you think about weed? Oh, why you asking what I think about E? What you think about? I said, listen to me, bro, I got a standard. He said, E, what's wrong? Yeah, I love young. He about 21. E, what's wrong with it? E, what's wrong with it? E, what's wrong with it? I said, bro, I'm trying to be the next Martin Luther King. When you get to this level, you don't ask what's wrong with it. You ask what's right with it. I'm a champion. We as a champion, we ain't trying to cut corners. We're trying to see how much we can do and still be successful. I got a standard. I want to be the best. And I love Steph Curry. Steph said, making shots and workouts is no longer good enough. Put this down. Finish. Write that down. Type that to yourself. Execute. Put that down. Finish. Execute. Let me tell you something. They treat people differently. They execute. Nobody care what you're doing in practice. Y'all got to do it, man. That don't count. It don't count what you do in practice. It don't count. It don't count what you do first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. The most important quarter is the one you like when you won. Write that down. Finish. Effort is not good enough. Ain't nobody paying you for effort. You don't get paid for effort. You don't get paid for trying. You know why questions Dubai? It's because I execute for free. I put up videos every single day. Ain't nobody paying me for the stuff I put up since 2006. I just put it up. So when you wake up, you got something. And then in the afternoon, I give you something. And when you drive it home, I give you something. You gotta go back to your family. I want you to be pumped up when you go to your family. And guess what happened? You reap what you sow. We're on our way to Dubai. My man said, "E, you saw it. We always did it in there. But you saw that it was like a cat. I didn't know what it was. It was like a cat. So me and my wife did. They paid $30,000 for airplane seats. I was scared. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go over there. My man paid 30 grand for the seats. I mean, he might be looking for me to come, but I don't know what he looking for me to come over here. Got to the hotel executive. I said, my wife said to me, do me a favor. She said, this man has spent almost $150,000 for you to come over here. I want to come back. When you get up there and speak, it better be the best speech you ever done in your life. Execute, my wife, like, execute. Like, I want to come back to Dubai. Whatever you say, to make that man bring you over here, you say that and 3 times better. I want to come back. But this time I come back, I want my kids to come with me. I said, well, you going to put them in first class? She said, no, that's $50. I said, boy, that's 60 grand. She said, go speak like it. So do me a favor, set the standard. Steph Curry was one of the best of the best. His standard is taking shots and workouts is no longer enough. Watch this. Set the standard, then raise the standard, then uphold the standard every single day. Now, some of you like, that's too much. Well, you're not going to be a champion. You're going up against other champions. You think you're going to get 50%? You think you're going to get 70%? You think you're going to get 80? I watch y'all. Y'all good. But you need to be great in this league too. You're real good at what you do. But some of you don't finish. You look good in the first. You look good in the second. You look stuck. But the fourth, with the last 3 minutes, I can tell. The last 3, listen to me. The real beast is the last 4 minutes. The real beast is when their legs give out. The real beast when they tired. The real beast find a way to pull something out when nobody else ain't got nothing.
Hey, business owners, I'm going to show you 7 business systems that Tony Robbins used to help Mark Benioff, founder of Salesforce.
Okay, let me say it this way. They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and they found that they had like 7, 8 things in common. And one of the things they all had in common was a routine. They are obsessed with their routine. They don't have a gap of wasted time in their routine. You know, I realized the reason why I'm so successful and the reason why I don't get in trouble like I used to when I was younger is because when I was younger, man, my schedule had so many gaps in it. The devil had like, okay, he might pray at 6, but my man's watching TV. He playing video games by 8:30. It's not that I'm sweeter than nobody. The devil can't get to me because all my time is taken up. And by the time he gets to me, I'm asleep. I'm too asleep to say it. I'm just being real. 8:30, he's like, Eric, you should. I'm like, bro, I'm dying. Come back to me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, tip me tomorrow, bro. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm good. I don't have, I'm just tired right now. He's like, but no, you want to? I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm tired. But let's try tomorrow morning. Right, I'm being real. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he's there like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he's there like, yo, E, go back to sleep. Listen to me. I promise y'all. I got up the other day like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and I was just walking around like this. I was like, I'm so tired. I heard the devil say, go back to sleep. I was like, yeah, you're right. I should go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, you want something. He's like, why you getting up this early? You already #1 in the world. You already #1 in the world, E. what you're supposed to be doing. Like, E, you've been grinding. This go ahead is 3. And my body said, yo, E, what would you go back to sleep for? I said, I'm tired. My body said, you're not tired. I said, well, why would you say I'm not tired? He said, because you woke up without an alarm clock. You woke yourself up. So if you were tired, your body wouldn't let you get up. If you were tired, your body would make you sleep to 6. You got up, it's 3. No, what you don't want to do is the grind, but you're up. So do me a favor, Eric, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to work. You've been getting up at 3 so early in the morning, don't even worry about it. Just put your shoes on, and when you get on the treadmill, you're just going to do it for you because you've been doing it every day for 3 o'clock in the morning. For real. But my body said, all you got to do is put your shoes on. That's the hardest thing you got to do. Just put your shoes on, and I'll do the rest. I can't put your shoes on for you, but put your shoes on, and then just go. And I just went, and I was walking for the 11th incline board, and I was just walking for an hour, and I was like, you know what, it's almost an hour. I don't feel like running. My body was like, don't worry about it. We'll get to that when we get to it. I did my hour, was about to get off. My body was like, you know, we're running back.
Well, can I call me back when you figured out how that brain of yours works?
Let's go. You ain't tired. I said, I am tired. No, you're not. You just walked for an hour. You're not tired, Eric. Your brain is telling you some dumb stuff. If you were tired, you wouldn't be able to walk for an hour. Okay, so let's do this. Just run for 2 minutes. I'm trying to help somebody right now go to a whole other level. The reason why you go back to sleep is because you've always gone back to sleep. It's like a default. You go back to sleep because all you got to do is stop going to sleep, and then you're going to stop going to sleep. All you got to do is stop fussing and cussing, and you're going to stop fussing and cussing. All you got to do is stop spending all the money you got and start saving it. Listen to me. I became #1 in the world. I became a millionaire not because I made more money. I became a millionaire because they told me millionaires only live off of 30% of their income. I want to make it plain for you. I became a millionaire because I did what millionaires did. I stopped living off 100%. I paid my tithe, and I was like, all right, E, we only got 20% left. Put the rest up. So the first thing I did, listen to me, the very first thing I did to become rich, somebody said, E, to be rich, put 6 months of your earnings to the side. I was like, all right, bet. That's what the rich normally do. So I put 6 months to the side. How long did it take? I always put it to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, E, you need to put 100,000 to the side. I was like, all right, 100,000. You need to go put 100,000 to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, you need to get your credit score to 800. I was like, all right, then get my credit score to 800. And then somebody said, you see, if you want to see Tony Robbins, there's no way you'll be able to be like those dudes when you don't have the language they have. You need to go get your master's degree from the right institution. I said, well, I went to HBCU. He was like, yeah, but you didn't learn the language of Zig Ziglar at Oakwood. So Oakwood is a phenomenal place. Oh, y'all not hear what I'm saying. I just said something, you missed it. Now you can go to Michigan State University. CJ, you see my master's degree anywhere? What about my PhD? Not in the office, not at church. You didn't see it in my house. I didn't go to Michigan State to get a PhD. I went to Michigan State to learn the majority language. We can't speak in corporate when we say evidence. It doesn't make my community inferior, but I can't. So I went to every single class, and when the teachers was talking, they thought I was just doing homework. I wasn't. I was listening to how they conjugate verbs. I was listening to how they tell stories. I was like, ooh. I peeped it out, y'all. They way more linear. You ever been to a black church before? The pastor, he all over the place. My man told 6 stories. He didn't close none of them. My man told 6 stories. I promise you. I don't know what he's... you know what I'm saying? But in the hood, you just got to... You know, you finish it for him. It's like, this is what he was going to say. But he never said it, though. My man started 6 stories. He finished another story. So I realized when you do corporate, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's topic, body. It's topic, support, conclusion. I didn't go to school. I'm not no kid. I don't need nobody 4.0.
MMI, we expect the unexpected.
I need your language.
I think we can do that.
I need your rules if I'm going to compete. I need your code if I'm going to compete. The problem with most of you is you don't have a 1% language. You got a poverty language. No, I want to help you real quick. You think Warren Buffett reads just to be reading? The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. You on Instagram watching fights. You got a life. For real, some of y'all on Instagram, you're on there for 30 minutes. If I ask you what you saw, you don't even know. You just scrolling through. That's a poverty mindset.
One thing I've noticed about football fans is they all talk like the players can actually hear them. Proud of you. But when you have Geico insurance, you'll always be better.
There you go. That's how you run inside zone.
Hey, thank you, bud.
It feels good to be heard. It feels good to Geico.
Launching arrogance as an attitude.
Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let me say it a little bit. There was a language that I needed to learn. Does it mean I need to abandon the language that I learned? Absolutely not. Does it mean I need to go to church? When I was corporate, I promise you, I did. I probably don't look this good. Sometimes I got a short and a t-shirt. In corporate, why? Because I don't need to necessarily conform. They're not asking me to come to dress up. But I'm so good at what I do, they don't even require a suit. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Some of us don't want to wear a suit, but you're not on that level, though. Or you want to wear a suit and act as if your suit is going to compensate for what you are inferior at. Your suit don't make your language sweet. Or some of you wear suits because you think like you're going to impress somebody with a suit, and you might get in the door, but sooner or later they're going to find out who you are. So I need you to stop having the poverty mindset. So when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, my mom was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm quitting." My mom was like, "Don't you dare quit. You're going to embarrass me. You got a wife and kids. Does YouTube have insurance? Does YouTube have a 401k?" And I was like, "Yo, Mom, I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I love you. But you can't teach me how to be a millionaire because you're not one. You come from the working class, and I'm not mad at you, Mom. We wouldn't be who we are without you. But you told me that every generation is supposed to get better. So I'll take your values, but I won't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work, they think. The working class will never get rich. It wasn't designed. Okay. Listen to me. This country became a wealthy country because they had employees they didn't have to pay. That's not like a rocket science. So when this country had to start paying people, they want to pay the least. The 3% that run the world, they're not trying. Let me tell you how I know. I'm from Detroit. We just laid off 15,000 workers, and the president of GM, she just got $22 million. We got $22 million to get one person when we laid off 15,000 people, and we took their health care that's already paid for. No disrespect to nobody, and I ain't playing no victim because I'm not a victim. Rich people don't work, they think. Poor people work. Poor people go, clock in, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour. See, what happens is you're working for you and your family one, they got 40 of you working at one time. So they're giving you 20%, and then they're keeping the 80% off of 15,000 people. That's enough to have $22 million. So what you have to decide is, are you going to keep being the 99%, or are you ready to be a part of the 1%? Because it doesn't make a difference where you come from, high school dropout. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, GED. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, sleeping in the abandoned building. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, a 17-year-old mom that got pregnant. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, south side of Chicago. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, pretty much raised in Detroit. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, took 12 years to get a 4-year degree. It doesn't make a difference. You know what makes a difference? What makes a difference is when you become a 99% or a 1%. And when I start thinking like, acting like, and behaving like a 1%er, everything changed. Is that clear?
Preach, bro.